Let me illustrate how you'll be able to manage the Wreath sales right from Google. So you want to log into iGoogle. So there's two types of Googles, Classic and iGoogle, and then just put your email address in and your password. Once you get into iGoogle, you'll notice that there's a lot of different gadgets, and there's two important ones. Right in the middle, you'll see the Gmail gadget, and then to the left, you'll see the Google Docs Forms List gadget. And really just using these two gadgets, you'll be able to manage the Wreath sales. So here's a simple example of what a scout would get. They'd get an email, and in their email would actually be the form. And I'm just calling it Wreath Test right now, but essentially what the scout would do is put in their last name. They'd put in the customer name, and again they can tab through this. They would put the quantity of the wreaths, the quantity of swags. If they received a donation, they would put that number in. And again, they don't have to put in any dollar signs or anything like that. We'll try to keep it real simple. And then all they have to really do is just total it up. Now, Google Forms are pretty simple, so it doesn't have a calculator or anything like that. So they're going to have to do the math. So, 4 times 20 is 80, plus 45 plus 20 is $145. And again, so we can capture the customer information, we'll ask them for the address and the phone number. And then all they have to do is hit the submit button and just say okay that they're going to be sending this to an external party. Okay, so they've created that. Now we'll just say, hey, thanks for sharing this information, good luck and good selling. Now what we can do is we can go back and we can open that email again, and we can use that email as the form. So we can just keep reusing that over and over again to fill out and update information. So from the Scout's perspective, all they're doing is opening up that email, saving that email, opening it up, adding the information based on each transaction that they're going to do. So again, I think I clicked the wrong button here. So I'm just going to put in a new customer, the Martins, and again, their transaction is going to be different. So I'm just going to say we sold them one wreath, one swag. They didn't make a donation. So again, that would be $35. So I just type that in, and then I'm going to put in their address. And again, I'm assuming that most of these are local. So just city and street is. I got to change that, street and street. I'll change it to city and street. And their phone number. So we say okay. So that's basically all the Scout has to do. They really just have to, get their email, and within the email they'll be able to fill out the form. That's the best case scenario. Worst case is we would send them a link. Now over here in the list, this is where the Devon 50 ASMs will get access. So really all they have to do is from Google click on that link, and that's going to take them to a spreadsheet that gets updated. So think of each Scout, all they have to do is fill in the form, and each one of their entries will then get updated into this one spreadsheet. So there's one spreadsheet that has all the information in it. So if you remember last year, you mailed a spreadsheet to each Scout and used that as the form. What we're doing now is we're using the form as the front end to the spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet's got its basic functions. We can add and sum the columns and things like that. So again, just a little bit different approach. And if you notice, basically all we did is use two simple gadgets from Google. So it would be great if everybody has Google, but if they don't, we can send them some links and they can fill out the forms without having to have Google. But I just thought that this was really easy, and based on some of the things that we had discussed in the meeting last night, Google really does provide a lot of this capability.